Whoa.
Now, let's step it up a notch.
What?
Being part of a Pixar film is so special.
What?
It is a part of almost everyone's childhood.
Hello! Hi!
I've been living in this world for the last 5.5 years.
Whoa.
I've loved it so much.
I was so happy to get to spend that much time in this world.
Making a movie here at Pixar, you really just focus on one thing and you're changing it over and over again. You're refining it nonstop.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Working on Hoppers was really special because there was a whole lot of constant iterating and problem solving and writing every day.
Constant doodling.
Totally.
Happening.
We're beavers, Mabel. Work is the party.
Earlier in my career and working at Pixar as a story artist, never imagining I would ever get to make a movie here.
It could be our special place.
That's very special.
Mabel in a beaver body, she's still a human looking into the animal world.
There's always this fascination with what animals are thinking.
What does a beaver think about? How do animals think about the fact that they eat each other?
Oh no!
Yay! It's a surprise that animals have different values, different ways of interacting. I think a lot of the humor comes out of that.
But we're still alive.
Well, when you gotta eat, eat.
Nicole Grindle is the producer.
Nicole Grindle has just done every job, basically, at the studio that you can think of.
So you'd be my co-pilot.
There are aspects of Nicole that are very much like Mabel, being a fighter,
Mabel.
Mayor Jerry,
How's the arm?
come find out.
being a person who looks after others, protective, passionate. I definitely couldn't have done that on my own.
And that's why she's the paw.
What's going on?
Daniel Chong is somebody I've worked with before. To get to do this experience with him has been absolutely mind-blowing.
Daniel Chong is King George. He is constantly infusing the project that he is leading with the spirit of we're all in this together.
The team have loved working on this film because of the kind of creative leader he is.
Oh, great job.
This was the most fun I've ever had on a project. I've never laughed so much making the movie.
It really did feel so playful.
And there was just this trust in the process that Daniel had and that Nicole, the producer, had.
That's what the audience wants.
For the audience.
For the
yeah,
audience.
For the audience.
For the fans.
Yeah, for the fans. Okay, welcome everybody. So the beginning is kind of Mabel and George kind of getting on the same page.
Daniel and the story team, the way that they worked is super loose and free and just chasing whatever is fun, whatever is unexpected, surprising, subversive.
Yeah, maybe they surface in the foreground and she lifts him up, and then by the time she like puts him somewhere, it's like near the edge there.
Drawing while we write is the #1 way we work. It is the superpower of the people that we work around, is that everyone can draw.
Sometimes explaining your idea is not the best way to pitch it, but you can draw something and just at least get the idea out there so much faster.
I think it's a great way to explore and discover.
We might have to do a little bit of finagling as we do this a little more board driven, and then
You start just kind of doodling what kind of scenarios they could be in and what kind of face expressions they could make.
So many of the best ideas sound kind of silly, but actually when you draw them, they're the most satisfying.
Where's the, Oh, got it! Thank you!
Hey, what's that?
It's an arrow, Ted.
The humor came from a lot of story artist riffing.
There might be something funny about that.
We did a lot of board-driven scenes where the story artists would just make each other laugh, and then it became clear it should stay in the movie.
Oh, no. It's more of a... We'll have hundreds of drawings, and from there, you'll get like little nuggets here and there.
Whatever was the funniest thing always would rise to the top and win.
You are doing great. Thumbs up.
There's something magical about getting to have that extra step in the room, so we're not just talking about things hypothetically, but we're actually seeing it visually take place. We're trying to culture a collaborative room where everyone is just drawing while we're talking and drawing little doodles, coming up with little side gags. It's just such a wonderful resource that we have to just plus a scene or make a story better. Let's try to block out some ideas based on this.
It creates an environment where everybody's very loose and laughing, and that also helps the creative process a lot.
Getting to come to Pixar and make a computer animated movie, I wanted to be able to have dimensionality to the characters.
Hi, I'm Mabel Tanaka. I just need 2 minutes of your time.
Mabel is this force of nature. She is this ball of energy, and she is passionate, she's dedicated, and she's willing to put her body on the line to look after animals.
Mabel's fierce. Mabel's awesome. She just so firmly knows who she is, knows what she wants, and goes for it.
Mabel represents what a lot of young people feel like. When you're just trying to figure things out and you can see that the world needs fixing, but you don't quite know how to go about fixing it.
Mabel, and we knew what we wanted her to feel like, scrappy and a little bit messy, not totally put together as a character.
We wanted her to kind of have this feral quality.
Stop what you're doing! This is canceled! You put that down!
Piper is perfect for Mabel. She's Spitfire, and boy, was that important for this character.
She just has so much in her toolkit. Fiery, infectious enthusiasm.
What have you done to him?
That's nice.
It's been really cool stepping into her energy. We could all definitely use a little more of that in our own lives.
We needed this character who would just pop off the screen and just be this tornado of energy and be able to be unpredictable. A character that could also be grounded, and you'd feel the emotions that she's dealing with.
To some people, it's an empty piece of land. But for those animals, it's home.
Whoop! Yeah!
The beating heart of the animal kingdom.
Yes, was King George.
Okay, let's take the tour. He is a sweet, kind man, maybe a little naive. He lives in his bubble of kindness.
He is a cute, round, fluffy, sweet, innocent beaver leader king.
When we were first drawing King George, he's basically a potato. We gave him like a little bald spot that's kind of hidden by his crown.
King George is kind of like the Buddha. He understands how to be centered and how to be generous and kind and give everyone the benefit of the doubt.
I think if you gave him a chance, he just might surprise you.
No.
He's about self-love and self-care and community.
King George was by far my favorite character to write.
Daniel had a very clear idea of who this character was, and that was this bedrock that we could build all these other characters around.
Mabel of the Glade, will you be Paw of the King?
Bobby Moynihan as King George is brilliant. Bobby is King George. He is a kind, generous, loving person.
Okay.
Very nice. Thank you, Bobby. I've worked with him for years before this movie. He's able to play a character hyper confident, but it never comes across cocky or that he's arrogant about it. He plays it very sweet and innocent. That is a superpower that Bobby has.
Next thing I know, they're like, hey, return from exile. You're the king. And I was like, all right, whatever. Sorry, I don't know.
I love you, Jerry!
I love you, and you, and you.
Mayor Jerry is the charismatic, egocentric mayor of Beaverton. He is a character with power.
Mayor Jerry is self-satisfied. He's a bit of a narcissist. He can appear to be somewhat arrogant.
We wanted to make him look attractive, but not too attractive.
There he is.
Mayor Jerry is pretty handsome. For Beaverton, very handsome.
Memo to self. Remember this feeling.
One of the trickiest things about casting Mayor Jerry is this needed to be a character that could both be suave and cool and charismatic, but also be a little broad and crazy.
It's over. We're doomed. We're doomed.
John Hamm was able to capture both of those things.
He's able to thread that needle of being that kind of suave, narcissistic mayor, but with a sense of humor, with a twist. Even when he's not being likable, he's likable because he's funny.
You make me feel like walking to my car and getting in. Something like that.
Greetings!
Titus Jerry. Let's humiliate this man even further and put a bug inside of his body.
I have pupated into a man.
Dave Franco's perfect for it because he can do this great thing with his voice where he can crack and kind of just be like a petulant teen.
He's just hilarious in the role. To be able to take all that charisma and turn it into something that's also very manic and wild.
A true king would bear the lushness of his plumage for all to see.
Well, I'm gonna lose re-election.
Getting Meryl Streep in the movie is an out-of-body experience.
Summon an apex predator.
The role of Insect Queen, it just felt like it would be an extra bonus to have it be someone who is such a powerful name and such a powerful presence.
Daniel was really, really nervous about pitching to her that her character would die in the very same scene that she first appeared.
To get Meryl Streep in your movie and then kill her instantly is one of the best jokes in movie history, in my opinion. Way to go, Meryl, for being down for that. She's the coolest.
We gotta go.
I am so sorry.
Oh! I made him happy.
We have such a cool cast of so many great comedic people and such a great script.
Pixar is very good at letting smart, creative people do their thing.
We wanted to make sure that everybody was a contributor to the filmmaking process.
Great job, everyone.
Everybody making their contribution throughout these years and finally seeing on the big screen. It's emotional.
There were so many different versions of things. It really does feel like there was just constant experimenting.
You have to go through all of these different versions to whittle it down to what it ends up being. It was a really fun way to make a movie.
It elevates into something you could never have done alone. The joy of seeing the movie at the end. It's not mine anymore. It belongs to this crew, and it's the sum of all of us working together.
I will probably never have that much fun again, and that's fine, because I don't know if that's even good for you.
Done.